Did you know that 35% of Google business profiles get suspended every year? If you're logged in to find your Google My Business suspended, your Google business profile, you know that panic sets right in. All those reviews, all that visibility in local search, gone in an instant. And for contractors who rely on local search to generate leads, this can be devastating. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to get your Google My Business, your Google business profile unsuspended, and how to prevent it from happening again, and the most common reasons for contractors to get suspended in the first place. Let's dive in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content. Before discussing a suspension, let's understand why Google suspends businesses in the first place. Google has been cracking down on business profiles more aggressively than ever. For contractors, there are several common reasons for suspensions. I don't list them here. The first most common reason is that businesses don't have a unique NAP, which is name, address, and phone number. This is a common problem for many of our clients. In many cases, they've used the same phone number for another business listing, or they're sharing an address in a multi-tenant office building. This is against Google's policies and may result in getting your account suspended. The second reason is service area issues. As contractors, you might work across multiple cities but only have one physical location. If Google thinks you're creating separate profiles for areas that don't have physical offices in, they'll suspend you. Thirdly, business name manipulation. Adding things like best roofing contractor or 24/7 plumber to your business name instead of just using your legal business name can trigger suspensions. The fourth category is spam, selecting too many inappropriate categories for your business. The fifth reason why people get suspended is review violations. This includes buying fake reviews, having employees write reviews, or offering incentives for reviews that aren't disclosed. The sixth reason is address issues. Using a virtual office, a PO box, or an address that multiple businesses are using can trigger suspensions. Seventh is prohibited content. This includes restricted services, inappropriate content, or a misrepresentation of your business. And finally, Google might suspend profiles that haven't been claimed or show no activity for extended periods. The most frustrating part, sometimes Google doesn't even tell you exactly why your profile was suspended. Now let's focus on how to fix it. The step-by-step unsuspension process. If your Google business profile has been suspended, here's your action plan. Step 1. Identify the type of suspension. There are two main types of suspensions. Soft suspension. Your business is still visible on Google Maps so you can't manage it through the dashboard. This usually happens for guideline violations that aren't considered severe. Harsh suspension. Your business listing completely disappears from Google Maps and local search results. This is more serious and happens when Google suspects fake businesses or serious violations. How do you check? Search for your business on Google Maps. If it appears but you can't access the backend, it's a soft suspension. If it's completely gone, it's a harsh suspension. Step 2. Review the suspension email. Check your email notification from Google. Sometimes they'll give you a specific information about why you were suspended. Look for any emails from Google with subjects like your business profile has been suspended or your Google account has been suspended. If you don't see an email, check your spam folder and all email addresses associated with your Google account. Step 3. Audit your business profile violations. Before appealing, you need to identify and fix any violations. And here's our checklist specifically for contractors. First, is your business name exactly as it appears in the real world, without any keywords or service information? Pretty common with contractors. Is your service address accurate and not a PO box module or virtual office? Are your service areas accurately represented? Are your business categories appropriate and limited to what truly describes your business? Are all reviews genuine and not incentivized? Is your business description factual and not keyword stuffed? Are your photos genuine and related to your business? Identify any issues and make plans to fix them before requesting a reinstatement. Step 4. For contractors, you need to prepare documentation proving your business is legitimate. Here are a couple examples. Having a business license or contractor license, proof of address with a utility bill, a lease agreement, etc. Photos of your business location with actual signage, very important. Photos of your service vehicles with your branding, right? Photos of your team performing the work with appropriate permissions, right? With the actual logos of your team on the t-shirts. Business registration documents, tax documents showing your business name and address, business insurance documents. Make sure all these documents clearly show your exact address and business name. Step 5. Submit a reinstatement request. This is the most important step, guys. First thing you have to do is go to business.google.com and look for the request reinstatement option. If you don't see it, you can access the reinstatement form directly by searching Google Business Profile Reinstatement Form or by going to support.com/troubleshooter/suspended. Then Fill out the form completely and include the following information: your accurate business information, a thorough explanation of any issues you've identified and fixed, a statement confirming your compliance with Google's guidelines. Be honest. If you made mistakes, acknowledge them and explain how you've corrected them. Important. You only have 60 minutes to complete the appeal form once you begin, so please make sure you have all the required documentation ready before starting. Do not submit multiple appeals for the same issue before receiving a decision. You can check the status of your appeal using the same Google Business Profile Appeals tool. Step 6. Provide additional documentation. You'll be prompted to upload your supporting documents. Make sure your files are clear, readable, and show your business name and address. For contractors specifically, Google often wants to see business license with your name and address, photos of your service vehicles, right? Photos of your office shop if you have one, photos of your team performing the work. Step 7. Follow up appropriately after submitting your reinstatement request. Google will send you an email. Google typically responds within a few business days, but it sometimes takes longer. If you don't hear back within a week, you can follow through Google Business Profile Help Community or replying to the email if you received one. Make sure to don't submit multiple reinstatement requests. This can actually delay the process. Now let's talk about what to do if your reinstatement is denied, right? If your reinstatement is denied, don't panic. Here are the next steps you can do. You can do option 1, which you can appeal again with more information. If your first appeal is denied, you can submit another appeal with additional documentation. But before you do, make sure to carefully read the rejection reason if you provided the address or any specific issues that are mentioned. So again, gather more comprehensive documentation, be more detailed in your explanation. Many contractors we work with succeed on the second appeal by providing more thorough documentation or clarifying misunderstandings. Option 2, contact Google Business Support. You can try to reaching out by Google Support directly. Go to the Business Profile Help page, click Contact Us or Need More Help. Select the issue you're experiencing, choose your preferred contact method, chat, email, or phone. Phone support can sometimes be more effective than email for complex suspension issues. And option 3, post in the Business Profile Help community. The Google Business Profile Help community has volunteers called product experts who can escalate your case to Google employees. To get help, go to the Business Profile Help community, create a post describing your situation, include your case ID and details about your suspension. Be polite and concise. These product experts have resolved many suspensions with other methods that have failed. Option 4, reach out on Twitter. Believe it or not, reaching out to Google My Business on Twitter can sometimes yield results. Keep your message professional and include your case ID. Option 5, consider professional help. If all else fails, there are agencies that specialize in Google My Business Profile suspensions. They often have established channels of communication with Google and experience complex issues. Now let's talk about how to make sure this never happens again. Here's your suspension-proof strategy for contractors. Use your exact legal business name. Number 1. Your Google Business Profile name should match your business registration documents exactly. No additions, keywords, no service, no locations. If your legal name is Smith Construction, that's what your profile should say. Not Smith Construction, best roofing contractor in Dallas. Number 2, be honest about your service area. For contractors, this is crucial. Only create one profile for your main office. Then use the service area feature to indicate all the areas you serve. For example, if you're based in Austin but serve San Antonio, don't create a separate San Antonio profile. Instead, add San Antonio as a service area to your Austin profile, right? I would actually recommend other things we can do with this, and I'll talk that in another video. Number 3, choose categories carefully. Select the primary category that best represents your main business, then only add relevant secondary categories. For contractors, be specific. If you're a roofing contractor, choose roofing contractor rather than a little more general contractor, or limit yourself to 2 to 3 categories total, focusing on your core services. Get reviews the right way. Again, this is kind of, in my opinion, with reviews, there's a lot of ways to overcome this. You have to have reviews because it's very important on getting rankings. So it's important that you do this in a correct manner. Do not use any gray hat services that can help you with that. Ask your customer for reviews. There's review links, there's QR codes that can do that for you. It makes it super simple. There's a lot of software that can help automate these processes like Bird's Eye, Podium, Contractor Link. These are all things that can help you with getting more reviews. So use those software that can help generate that as well. 5, maintain consistent NAP information. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. These should be identical everywhere online. So your website, your social media directories, Google Business Profile. Inconsistencies raise red flags, so be careful with that. For contractors to move locations or change phone numbers, update all your online listings immediately. 6. Regularly update your profile. An active profile is less likely to be suspended. Post updates at least monthly, respond to reviews promptly, and keep your hours and service current. For seasonal contractors, post updates about your seasonal service, share photos of recent projects, and maintain activity year-round. 7. Follow Google's guidelines to the letter. Take time to read and understand Google's business profile guidelines completely. They're frequently updated, so check them at least quarterly. Pay special attention to the guidelines about service area businesses, as those directly affect contractors. 8. Verify your profile properly, but always verify your profile using the method Google recommends. For most contractors, this will be a video verification. Some profiles are offering an option of a live phone call. I would highly recommend you read Google's guidelines about this on this link below. 9. Monitor your profile regularly. Check your business profile dashboard at least weekly to catch potential issues. Look for unusual suggested edits, suspicious reviews, warning messages from Google, changes you didn't make. The earlier you catch a problem, the easier to fix. Number 10. Document everything. Keep detailed records of all the changes you make to your profile, along with screenshots. If you ever need to appeal suspension, this documentation will be invaluable. For contractors specifically, keep photos of your physical location, service vehicles, and completed projects organized and ready to submit if needed. As contractors, there are some unique challenges you face with Google Business Profiles. Multi-service businesses. Many contractors offer multiple services, like a general contractor who does roofing, siding, and windows. A common question we get is, should you have separate profiles for each service? The answer is almost always no. Create one profile for a business, select categories that represent your primary services. Having multiple profiles for the same business at the same address is a common reason for suspensions. Now, let's talk about home-based contractors. If you run a contracted business from home, you can still create a Google Business Profile, but you should use your home address during verification. Then choose to hide your address after verification. Set up service areas for the regions you cover. Never use a fake address or PO box. Seasonal contractors. If your work is seasonal, like pool contractors or certain types of roofers, keep your profile active year-round. Don't mark your business as temporarily closed during off seasons. This can affect your ranking when you reopen. Instead, use posts to keep customers informed about your seasonal availability, and use the off season to gather around and respond to reviews. Now, let's talk about franchises in multiple locations. If you're a contractor with multiple genuine physical locations, you can create separate profiles for each location. However, you must have a unique phone number, have a staff physically present during business hours, be able to receive mail, have a permanent signage. I would be careful with lead generation companies, like if they use Google Business Profiles to gather leads. Be extremely cautious about this arrangement. Sometimes it kind of violates Google's guidelines and can result in suspensions and affect your actual business profile as well. Dealing with a suspended Google Business Profile is stressful, especially when you're built up numerous reviews and rely on local search for leads. But by following the steps we outlined today, you can get your profile reinstated and prevent future suspensions. So let's recap. Identify why your profile was suspended in the first place. Fix any violations. Gather proper documentation. Submit an appeal through reinstatement requests, and follow up appropriately and implement these prevention strategies for the future. Remember, Google Business Profile suspensions are happening more frequently, especially for contractors. Being proactive about following guidelines is your best defense. If you need help with your Google Business Profile or any aspect of your contractor marketing, our team at Contractor Marketing Pros specialize in helping contractors like you maximize your online presence. Book an intro call using the link below. Drop a comment if you're experienced at Google Business Profile suspension, and let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.